The feds shared a new Lil Durk Instagram live video in court from the day Lul Pab passed away. There's a common tactic criminals use to try and create their alibi when they know a crime is going down. The feds are claiming this Instagram live is Durk creating his alibi.
They can't see us, what? What? Tweaking little folks. Right. Hey, somebody always said slap a con. Somebody always said slap a con. Lil Con who died over, yeah.
What goofy said that?
He said, bro, like a cheeseburger. Ain't nothing cheesy over here, stupid little boy. This is real water. Y'all Jews be y'all over for real. Hey, I know what it be too, bud.
What's that?
Like everybody be having that cheese, you know? Y'all be doing shout outs and shit, man. Okay. You gotta know your jury. Like, if somebody want me to give them a shout out for some jury, I'm gonna make sure you're in that vault, you hear me?
Because Durk even laughs at a comment when someone told him to slide. The prosecutors are alleging Lil Durk found it funny because he had OTF members sliding as he was on the live. The evidence is stacking up against Lil Durk, leaving a lawyer announcing on Twitter, with Lil Durk now indicted on federal charges for the passing of Lul Pab. Lawyers expect him to create a plea deal for a lesser sentence. Taking a federal case to trial only works out 1% of the time, with the feds' 99% conviction rate. But lawyers noted Durk may have no other choice than to snitch in the case, or he could never see the light of day again. We've already seen reports of evidence stating federal investigators obtained iCloud records of Lil Durk advising an associate in his hit plot saying, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Despite warning him, the associate booked the flights using a credit card linked directly to Lil Durk. But for the feds to further prove their case, they proved Lil Durk had connections with the suspects that did the crime because they saw a video of Von Jewelry shopping with them.
It's a solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
But more charges were added to Durk's case. With the announcement, Durk gets hit with more charges in his M for hire case, including 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit M for hire resulting in a passing, 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine, and 1 count of possession of firearms in furtherance of a crime resulting in a passing. And to prove these charges, the judge announced they would be using Durk's lyrics against him. One court file leaked these lyrics specifically. "Look on the news and see your son screaming no no," which refers to Quando's reaction to the Lil Pab incident at the scene.
This man, a passenger in that car.
They've also brought in the lyrics, "Told me they got an Addy, they got the location, go." This is possibly linked to the fact rapper Brick Baby stated he would have dropped Quando's location for Durk if he ever asked, meaning the state may think that is what happened.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been if he even asked anybody, if this is even true.
Unfortunately, a lot of Durk's lyrics can be incriminating. It seems like Durk didn't cap about a single thing in his songs, but this is when we heard Charleston White share his thoughts on Durk and said how it's a victory for the community.
I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. 12th round knockout, because it looked like they had got away and they get to ride off into the sunset. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it. This is a real victory.
However, this brings us to the snitch that informed on Durk, being OTF member Jam. We first saw Durk speak about the case after being arrested on a jail phone call that was featured in Hypno Carlito's song Free Smirk. The only problem with it is that only a couple of days after Durk spoke for the first time, Jam would be found by OTF members. As it states, Jam was hiding in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was dealt consequences for snitching on Lil Durk. Even a photo was released of the scene where Jam was staying. But what got OTF members mad was they saw Durk and Jam in an old Instagram live together, where Jam seems to be wearing a wire when he's constantly messing with his jacket.
I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh my! Oh dang! Like back in the day. Look, he took out.
Check on your man. I heard you got his head.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, when I was growing up, I
What happened to Dare?
architect. What happened to who? What happened to Dare? School trying to stop down.
All that woofing on the net, it got your man.
Metro!
Uh-huh.
Metro! In the late.
So not only did Jam switch sides on the leader of his team, but Durk gave Jam $50,000 when he was released from a prison sentence. Making it even worse, he snitched on Durk.
You know what's name, bro? Steady crying, huh?
He steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get in the milk, bro. Get in the milk, so baby mama get the tripping, bro.
See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. This too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, goof ass.
Bro got out what?
You know the
How many you did off?
And the year I did it now?
Yeah, that's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Because Jam stuck it out through a 12-year sentence with OTF. But once he was released and ran into an issue with law enforcement again, he was facing multiple years behind bars, and this time decided he would inform on Lil Durk, since Jam didn't want to do the time for his crime. But just in case the $50,000 wasn't enough to do Durk wrong, Jam shared how Durk also bought him protection in prison, while having a crib and a car waiting for Jam when he got out.
Yeah, because you just came home not too long ago, like when you come home.
I've been home a little bit over a year.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over a year. 12 years flat.
12 years.
Like 12 years. Did my time. Ain't told them nobody.
Right.
Ain't no on my name.
Like, how did you even get linked in with this OTF period?
Man, get into it. We grew up together. This ain't no people I met. Nah, I knew them. Like I'm saying, this was before jail. I know.
Yeah, because he's super solid, but he's like, you know what I'm saying? He said, Jam, get out that jam, I'll give him 50. He ain't got to ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to ask. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Baby was disgusted with Jam sharing, "This can't be true, man. Free the boy, Durk. These streets are evil. Y'all own brother will turn his back on you." But the most concerning part is when the courtroom begins connecting lyric evidence against Lil Durk with Quando Rondo, because most of it has to do with the back and forth since King Von passed, up until Lul Pab was taken out. When Von was first taken out by Quando's friend Lul Tim, he rapped, "Man ran up on me, then we sprayed him, I'm talking lights out. We do the dash in that Durango, jumped out with that pipe out, so tell them to pipe down." Law enforcement believe this is when Lil Durk planned the Lil Pab hit, because not long after Quando's diss, Durk hit back with lyrics to let them know he was going after them. With Durk rapping, "They like Durk, he a singer, he won't do something. You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit." Durk stuck true to the lyrics, and we heard of Pab's passing shortly after.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
Quando was mad he lost his friend, so he rapped back at King Von again, with the lyrics, "My favorite op gone, his sister talks too much, no I don't like her. Lol Timmy rolled her brother up, got stepped on in some Nike kicks." But this is when we saw the court lyrics come up again. Durk went off on Quando. "Look on the news and see your son screaming no no." Because when you reveal the entire back and forth between Quando and Durk, it seems pretty clear that Durk had something to do with the crime of taking out Lil Pab. Even though the case is looking bad for Durk, we heard from lawyer Bradford Cohen, who believes Durk can beat the case, as he says, "I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against him."
When it comes to Durk Banks, you know, so far I've seen one text that says, "Don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking." Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, you know, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, "Hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys." Because he could be blaming, you know, Grant or one of these other guys and saying like, "Hey, these guys are going to do some crazy stuff." And he's like, "Hey, listen, make sure it doesn't associate with me at all." You can look at that a million different ways. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, you know, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks.
We often forget just how good defense lawyers are at spinning the narrative into their favor. And Kodak's lawyer thinks Durk can be released if no one else snitches against him.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, didn't actually the guy, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, they're going to have forensics. Yeah. So they'll take whoever is the least culpable, and I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him, that'll be the most attractive. And if that guy doesn't make a deal, they'll move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip, the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, oh, it could have been money or it could have been career advancement.
However, we heard the feds bring up rapper Brick Baby again, because it seems like he knows a lot when it comes to Lil Durk. Even before he was arrested, Brick Baby drew attention to Durk being involved in the hit when he said, "You can't say Durk never slid for King Von anymore because they got Lil Pab." We saw Brick Baby react to that clip present day, and he knows he messed up.
This is just it. 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk, OTF, accused of being hired to unalive Quando Rondo in the LA incidents where Lul Pab was unalive. Suspects face the penalty if convicted. He said indictment alleged that flights and rental cars were paid with credit cards linked to OTF.
But was this an attempted hit?
Well,
they
can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
why? Oh yeah, because of
your face.
Wait, no. Like he died.
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the.
Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
It's also sad to see how with Durk being a famous rapper, the prosecutors have already begun saying repeatedly how Durk has too much influence and would be a risk to the community if he got out, which is similar to how Boozy speaks about YNW Melly's case and how the prosecutors keep him locked up.
When they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed.
Yeah, he was sitting in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a mistrial.
Yeah.